What is up, guys? Diablo 4 Season 11, Divine Intervention, has finally arrived on PlayStation. Now I know what you're thinking. You're tempted to open the PlayStation Store and drop cash on the new Paladin class. But I am here to tell you, stop! Put the controller down and save your money. Why pay for a slow, shield-bearing tank when you already own the absolute god of speed? I'm talking about the Evade Spiritborn, or Evadeborn. And on the PS5 and especially the new PS5 Pro, this build looks absolutely insane, running at a smooth 60 frames per second amidst the chaos. In Season 11, despite the nerfs, this build is still the undisputed king of leveling and endgame. But be warned, you might need to buy a backup DualSense controller, because we are going to be spamming that circle button until the springs give out. Today, I will show you how to turn your Spiritborn into a blue blur of lightning that clears Sanctuary without you even having to aim. Let's dive in. So, how does this actually work on a controller? The core power comes from the Eagle Primary Spirit Hall. Here's the magic. Every time you press Evade, you launch storm feathers that auto-target enemies. You don't need to aim with the analog stick, the game does it for you. However, there are two distinct phases to this build. Listen closely. Phase 1 is the Evade Weave. This is for leveling and early torment. You will need the Sanctification quarterstaff. On your controller, you need a rhythm. You press Evade, then tap your basic attack, then Evade again. It's a rhythmic combo, circle X, circle X. Why? Because the third hit of your Thunderspike skill reduces your Evade cooldown by 5 seconds. Sanctification makes every attack count as that third hit. It is simple, effective, and gets you to level 60 fast. Phase 2 is the Perma-Evade, the endgame king. Once you have the gear, you throw the Sanctification in the trash. You want to swap to the Wushe Nakpa Glaive and the Seeker Ultimate. Your goal is to stack enough cooldown reduction so you can literally hold or spam the Evade button forever. No more basic attacks, no more weaving, just pure movement. On the PS5 Pro, this feels incredible because the input latency is so low. You become a storm that simply exists, and everything around you dies. Now let's talk about the Season 11 mechanic, Sanctification. This happens at Hadriel's Forge, and it is the ultimate gamble for your gear. You can sanctify an item to add new stats, greater affixes, or even legendary aspects. Imagine getting Retribution or Elements as a free extra passive on your chest piece. It is a massive power spike. But here is the catch. Once an item is sanctified, it is unmodifiable. You cannot temper it. You cannot masterwork it. You cannot enchant it. It is locked forever. Pro tip for console players, do not, I repeat, do not take your main weapon that you spent hours farming and sanctify it immediately. You might brick it with a useless stat. Always have a backup piece of gear in your inventory before you visit the forge. Also, make sure you hunt the lesser evils like Duriel and Endariel to get corrupted essences. Slot these into your run for better rewards in the Helltide and the Pit. It makes the game harder, but the loot explosion on your TV screen is worth it. All right, open your inventory. Here's what you need to make this work. First, the evade breakpoint. To achieve infinite evades, you need 59% total evade cooldown reduction. The gear checklist. Boots. You must have the implicit stat minus evade charges. Without this, the build feels clunky. Weapon. Wushe Pa for endgame pushing. Helm. Harmony of Ebawaka is best in slot for damage. Runes. Season 11 rune words are huge. Use Watt for safety or Zal for extra health. The skill rotation on controller. Map Armored Hide to your left trigger, L2, or right trigger, R2. You need to press this every 3 seconds to keep your unstoppable buff and 100% block chance active. Activate the Seeker ultimate to get 100% critical strike chance. Important loop. Always cast Armored Hide before your ultimate. This triggers the intricacy passive loop correctly. If you mess up the order, you lose tons of damage. To summarize, Paladin is cool, but paying extra money to walk slowly isn't my vibe. The Evadeborn is the true divine intervention of Season 11. It is the best speed farming and pit pushing build available on PlayStation right now. Just remember to take breaks, because button mashing can be tough on the hands and on your controller's battery life. If this guide saved you some time and money, please smash that like button and subscribe for more console-focused Diablo 4 content. Drop a comment below. Are you Team Paladin or Team Evadeborn? I'm your channel name, and I'll see you in Sanctuary.